Regardless. I better drink more of this if I want to sound intelligent. Good morning, welcome to the Wildflower Magic Knits YouTube channel. This is Vlogtober episode 11, I think. I'm your host, Kaity. I am coming to you from upstate New York, where I live with my partner, Allan, our 2 large dogs, and our 2 cats. You can see one of them here, and you can probably hear one of the dogs snoring right next to me. He's laying on his dog bed with his head off of the bed on the floor and just snoring, so. All of the links to where you can find me and all of the patterns, makers, dyers, designers, recipes, all the things will be in the description box below. You might just have to hit see more. I also have captions on all of my videos for accessibility purposes, and YouTube allows you to speed me up or slow me down if I am knitting too slow or talking too fast for your preferences. If you follow me on Instagram or have watched any of the previous vlogs, you will know that I am in my Hobbit girl era. The goal is cozy. That's what we are striving for. We are not rise and grind over here. We are surround yourself with cozy, comfy comforts. I better drink more of this if I want to sound intelligent. Lots of blankets and coffee and hobbies and the animals. That's the focus over here, and today is no different. If you watched yesterday's vlog, you will have heard me say that Allan and I were going to finish unpacking the office today because that is the only room in our house that is not unpacked. And we need it to be unpacked by Friday because I have a friend coming to stay, and depending on who comes and when, we might need to put an air mattress in the office, which means I need floor space in there, which means I need to unpack the rest of the boxes. However, today is another super gloomy, super cozy day. Very overcast, gray skies. It rained all night last night. It stopped pretty early this morning, but the clouds have not even thought about going anywhere. And I'm really tired, and also I struggle with some chronic pain issues, and today's a pretty high pain day, so I don't think I'm gonna push myself to unpack the office today. That might be a tomorrow job. So today we are continuing to embody the Hobbit girl era and doing lots of knitting and lots of hanging out on the couch with the animals. This is a little bit of a weird phenomenon. Usually Embers sleeps all day, but she usually sleeps upstairs, like away from people. She doesn't usually like to nap with people. So she will even go as far as to crawl into the drawers of the dresser so that like we can't even find her sometimes. So this is a little bit weird. What's even weirder is that Ashes usually spends her day sleeping on the couch or like on this chair with me, and I don't know where she is. I think she's upstairs in her cat tree. So every once in a while they do a weird Freaky Friday body swap kind of thing, and I think that's where we are today. So I'm gonna work on my ghost socks for a little bit. We are on the foot. I did just realize that this ghost is not in the right place. It's one stitch off center, but it's on the bottom of my foot. I do not care enough to go rip it out and do it again, so it'll be fine. My Urla bandana is dry. It's still on the blocking mats. I haven't unpinned it yet, but it is dry. So here in a little bit, I will unpin that and try it on and weigh it. I did spend a little bit of time this morning in my journal making my October makes pages. I do a makes page and I do a yarn page for every month, and I keep track of all of the projects that have kind of carried over, that I've started, all the yarn in, yarn out. My goal is just to use more yarn than I bring in so that I have a net negative. However, it is Rhinebeck month, so our hopes are not high. Yeah, here in a little bit, I'll take the Urla bandana off of the blocking mats. I'll try it on. I'll take some Instagram photos. I'll weigh it. I need to weigh my sea glass hat too to get those measurements put in my journal. It's a little dark in here, but I'm not sure turning on the light will help because it'll be directly overhead and shadowy. I'm a little bit behind, but I just made my October makes and my October yarn spreads in my journal. So I put in everything that is on my needles or that I carried into this month from last month. So these are all of my things that are not quite done yet. So my Battenberg blanket is a long-term project. My Heal Your Wounds tee, some of the grommets need fixed. Dan socks, I'm supposed to be finishing a second sock that Nicole started from Common Thread Fiber, but she has not brought me the yarn yet, so that's just something to keep on my radar. Gingerbread socks, these honestly might get frogged. I'm not sure that I want to keep working on them, and I have one done, but it's a cabled sock and I think I did it too small, so those might get frogged, but I don't know yet. Open bar shawl has just been off and on for like 2.5 years now. My oolong tank is almost done. My round and round cowl I'm actively working on. I finished the sea glass hat. My ghost socks I'm working on, and Allan's gloves. I started a pair of gloves for him. Maybe not even last winter, maybe the winter before, and then totally lost steam on them because they're annoying to work on, but I might finish them, we'll see. And then I put what I started, so I started my Urla bandana. I finished my Urla bandana and the sea glass hat, and then the date, and then here are my goals. And then this is future plans, which has a lot of gift stuff on it currently, so that's blocked up. And then over here I put my yarn in, which I left a lot of space because I'm going to Rhinebeck this weekend, and then yarn out. I will weigh both of these things and write the weights down here, and my goal is to just have more out than in, which I do not think I will hit that goal this month. So like this is for August, I had a negative 120 grams out for August. For September I had negative 324 because the only thing I did was my padstow and I did not buy yarn, so. But I will probably not win this month considering I'm going to Rhinebeck. Oh, and some exciting news happened. I got a really exciting email. I was accepted into the She Makes Waves test. If you saw my vlog, I forget whether it was Friday or Saturday, I applied to test the She Makes Waves sweater by Knits. It is a colorwork yoke with mermaids on it, and I'm so excited that I was accepted. So I've been doing a little bit of yarn shopping. I'm not gonna buy anything until after Rhinebeck because I'm hoping to find yarn that I really love at Rhinebeck, but I have a specific vibe that I want. So if I can't find exactly what I'm looking for at Rhinebeck, I have an idea of what I'm gonna order online. I'm specifically at Rhinebeck going to be looking for kind of like a hand spun, like spin cycle dream state vibes, that lots of changing colors kind of vibe. The pattern calls for dream state. If I can't find what I'm looking for, I'll totally just go by dream state, but I kind of want to find that special something at Rhinebeck that hits what I want. I'm looking for a light color because I want the sweater to be a really dark, deep sea, bluey green color. We're going for under the sea vibes with the main color. So I want the contrast color to be really light so it has a lot of contrast. So that's what I'm looking for. But if I can't find that perfect something, then I can flip and do a light blue for the main color and a darker hand spun yarn for the contrast color. If I spun yarn, I could just make my own, but I don't. So we're gonna just buy it. We are battling daylight today because it is so gloomy. It is not very late. It's only just after 4:30, but there is no daylight outside today. So we are battling the light, but it blocked so beautifully. We're gonna put it on. I always tie my hair in these. Okay. There it is. I think it's so cute. It definitely blocked out a lot bigger. It definitely grew. Sorry for the awkward angles. I have to like squat to be close to you. Okay, so the dogs want to go outside. There's a break in the rain, so we're gonna kick the dogs out for a while. Laundry is done. I was like a couple loads behind, so got all of that done, and now it's time to start dinner. So we're making lasagna, and it will take about 50-ish minutes in the oven, so I'm gonna get started now so it's ready just before 6. Time to start cooking. to start editing today's vlog. I've been staying up late to edit these and I'm so exhausted. So I'm gonna edit early tonight. I'm gonna go to bed early tonight and get some much needed rest. We had dinner. I made lasagna, although I did not have ricotta. I had ricotta. My ricotta was not good anymore, so we did not get to use ricotta in the lasagna, so it was lasagna. But it still turned out fine. It was actually really good, but I did miss the texture of the ricotta, but it's fine. It's Monday, so we cleaned the kitchen. We deep cleaned the kitchen. Allan and I have a cleaning rhythm where we have like daily things that we do, usually at the end of every day, like right before we go to bed. But we also have like each day of the week is a different room, and then there are like monthly things that we do the first week of each month. So that's our rhythm, and Mondays is kitchen, so we deep cleaned the kitchen after dinner. And then I have been working on my ghost socks, and I am at the toe, I believe. I have the sock ruler from Twice Sheared Sheep. So you put the arrow side in the heel or the toe if you do toe up. I do not. So you put this in the heel and then you just see where it lines up. And so you can measure for different shoe sizes, and it tells you where to start the toe. So I am ready to start the toe of this sock. The other one is still on the foot, but we're gonna do a toe. How exciting! I'm trying to decide whether I want to do the toe in the Witches Brew color. Probably. I think I want to use the Witches Brew color instead of the cream color or the linen color. So one sock is almost done. Embers has been in that spot the majority of the day today. Apparently that is her new favorite place to be. And that's everything that I have for you today. Thank you for spending time with me. I really appreciate it, and I will see you tomorrow.